I mean, you probably, a little bit of frustrations.
Yeah, I was
You
frustrated, quit my job, everything.
you went back to work. Did you quit your job?
I went back to work. And the same week I went back to work, I lost my account. I lost my account. I was at work. They did something to upset me and I quit.
So I think this is the story where how a lot of times when we talked about rock bottom
Yeah,
for me was the
I
moment.
was there.
Not only that, came back so frustrated, say goodbye to your job, like losing your work as well. What was going on in your mind at the time? I mean, my trading's not working out for me. My work, I'm saying goodbye to it. What's the main source of income now at that moment?
Yeah.
I mean, what was going through your mind? It is my pleasure to bring in Chevelle Fagan. I really want to talk about the way you accomplish the things you're able to accomplish the way you did it, right? So, Chevelle, before I go into my questions, just a quick introductions. How long have you been with the program now, Chevelle? I mean, if you start back, how long ago was that?
March 2022.
March 2022. How did it all begin, Chevelle? Why did you sign up? I mean, when did it all started? What was your purpose here?
Um, I guess a few years ago I used to trade and I stopped. And then my husband, he's always been into it. So he introduced it to me and then I stopped cuz I just I don't know, I just didn't want to deal with the frustration at the time. And so last year, when COVID, I guess I was like, wait, I saw all these people losing their jobs and, people having to stay home and stuff like that. So I was like, I need to do something. And then my husband introduced it to my cousin and to his cousin. And his cousin was like, you need to do this. So I was like, okay, I'll do it. Then I was doing it, but I was doing it all wrong. So my sister sent me a link to the course and I clicked on it and I looked at it and I was like, oh, okay, whatever. And then one of the recruiters called me and then it was like, would you like to have a setup call? And I was like, all right, okay. And I gave it a shot.
So the reason you signing up for the education, was it pretty much family? I mean, we're doing this for our family, financial freedom.
Right.
You have I
Two
mean,
girls.
I think I've seen your husband. I've
Hmm.
seen I've seen your girls as well.
Hmm.
Um, very much so similar to my story, how it all began, right? We did this for our family, financial freedom, more time with our kids. So let's move on into how long did it take you to finish the course? How long did it take you to finish the education part of it, Chevelle?
Uh, I would say about 3 to 4 months. I watched and then I went back and I watched again. I would go to work and then I would come home and I would spend hours watching the courses and I would watch and then go back if I missed something because I would take notes too.
Uh,
Um, I would I would go back if I missed something. Oh, so yeah, this is the notebook that I was using and I would take notes as you can see. And so I would just do that. And then if I would do practice trading at night, but I realized it was really slow at night. So then I started to take some time out from my mornings um to trade during the peak hours. But I
how
would go
was
to bed really
how
late.
was how was sim trading like? Were you successful during sim?
Like, you just watch stuff and read stuff and you just get all over the place. So I wasn't doing well in sim. And
Okay.
then I got all the information by watching the courses,
Yeah.
but I was still not good, but I was less not good, if you
Right.
understand what
Right.
I mean. I
Right.
was still losing, but I was losing as much.
Right.
So I wasn't profitable yet, but I guess I was having trouble just putting it all together. I knew what this did and what that did, and what this candle pattern mean or what this price action mean, but I just wasn't putting it all together basically.
Got it.
So
So
I
then
knew
you
each
went.
individual part, but as a whole, it was a mess
How
in here.
long were you in sim for?
Um, I've been in sim since I just came out of sim in December, so I would say I've been in sim since I started until December.
So like 9 months.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
And
Biggest
even now,
influence.
I still go back to sim.
Right.
Every when I'm like, oh, I don't know what I'm doing here, so I'll go back. Yeah.
Okay. 3 months educations, 9 months in sim, a year and 2 months into the entire journey altogether. Biggest influencer of all into this journey. What
Uh,
do you think?
we have an instructor who is all about psychology when he's training. He's very gung ho about this is what I'm doing. I'm not deviating from it. If it is not a part of my plan, I'm not doing it, which I feel like was a big thing for me. I needed to have a plan and stick to it and have the mental fortitude to be like, if it's not according to your plan, just don't do it. And so that instructor really helped with my psychology, which led me to Mark Douglas. And I read his book, Trading in the Zone, and his seminar. There's this like 5 hour seminar on YouTube. I sat and I watched that thing little by little. I went back and forward, and
Did I recommend you to read this book as well?
yes, you did.
Perfect. And you read it almost every. Okay.
Yes,
Cool.
I read it
So
and I listened to it. I had told my husband to read it, and he's like, I can use some of this stuff in my life. He doesn't really trade anymore, but he's like, I need to get back into it because now he sees me doing it. But
now this is the important stuff that we're gonna get to, right? So how did live trading come along? Like, what was the first experience like for you live trading?
okay, so live trading came about because I was just getting frustrated. I was like, I'm gonna forever be in sim. So
And I
I was
remember this. I remember those moments when you tell me consistently every week, boo, I will always be in sim. I
yes,
want to
yes.
know your first live experience, whether it's the first week or the first day or 2 days. What was it like? What was it like,
So
Chanel?
I was in sim, and I was like, I need to get out of sim. I just need to go for it. So I was starting with MES,
Okay.
not full
Yep.
ES, but MES.
Right.
Had a little chump change, and I put it in a think or swim and started with ES, and then I started making trades and it's like, darn it, I'm losing. I'm still losing. And on top of losing, I pay all these fees. And I was like, oh, shoot, I need to just go back to sim. So I went back to sim.
Okay.
And
So
then
when was that when you realized I got to go back to sim? After a week, after 2 weeks, after a few days,
took like a month.
a
A
month in
shoot.
life, and then wasn't successful,
Yes,
got money in there, lose it, and then go back
yes,
to sim. Okay.
yes.
All right. So
I
then,
mean, I didn't have any big losses. I think the most, so out of the money that I put in, I lost maybe 2,000 in
okay.
that, and I was
Okay.
like, "Ah, I can't keep doing this." So I went back to sim.
All right. So then, how did that whole funded trading account come about?
So, you had a little discussion.
Yep. I talked about it. I give
Yeah,
you the step by
and
steps, and
so I knew,
you were interested in it right
right,
away.
I
Wow.
was, but so I knew about funded accounts because how I started trading was Forex.
Yep.
And I knew about the Forex accounts. I never knew that they had funded accounts for futures. So when you introduced it to us and the companies, I looked them up. I spoke with a friend of mine, and he said you probably want to wait, make sure you're doing really well before you, jump on it. And then we had a trading challenge, and I wasn't doing well on that either. And you saw my charts, and you talked to me about what it is that was my issue. Um, I was just being impatient with the market, and like I would, in a space of a minute, I took my five trades. In the space of a minute or 5 minutes, I took five trades, and that we're only allowed five trades for the day, so you pointed that out, and then you said, just focus on one trade, one good trade a day. And if you don't see it, don't take a trade. So that helped me. And then after a while, the I had signed up for newsletters from one of these, well, from a couple of them, and they had a sale.
Yeah.
They were doing like 70%
Right.
off.
Yeah. Yeah. They do that all the
So
time.
yeah, so I signed up for it, and
This is a
let me
real
just say,
challenge now.
yes, this is a real
Real
challenge.
challenge.
Let's just say
Did you sign up what? Top Staff, Bunox? Which one is it?
Bill Knox. Yeah,
Bunox. Okay.
yeah,
So
Bill
you
Knox.
sign up for Bunox, took that
Uh-huh.
70,
Hmm.
80% discount, sign up,
Yeah.
and now you got the real challenge. How did you do? How did you do on the real challenge?
Let's just say I didn't do well.
You didn't do well.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
So I had to reset my account. And after I reset my account twice, I was like, what is going on? So then I had another breakdown, and another fellow trader was like, quit is not in your vocabulary anymore, because I was ready to quit. I was like, this is not working. I don't know what I'm doing. It's just not coming together. And I can't keep going like this. So,
I remember we had that conversation too, where
yeah,
you
I
said
was like, I'm
you
done with
wanted
this.
to quit. Yeah, you said you wanted to
Yes.
quit, and you said, "I'm done with this." And I remember we had the end of the discussion. I think I remember exactly the statement I told you, Chevelle. Maybe you're just one trade away,
Yeah.
right?
Yep. You called me, you texted me and said, are you available? And I was like, yeah, sure. And you talked with me, and that other trader friend talked with me. And I was like, all right, let me just, maybe I just need to take a break. So I did. I did just take a break
How long
from,
of a break was it?
I think I took 2 weeks.
2 weeks off. Okay,
Yeah.
so this is a lot. I mean, live, go back to sim, fund an account twice, go back to sim, and then a week off. I mean, when did it actually all come together for you then, Chevelle?
Um, I think it's still, I think it's still coming together, but I, took some um, medical leave from work, and that time that I was off from work, I really just spent those days in the charts, studying,
Right.
working on my psychology, and trying to get another funded account. And
Did you finally beat this account?
yes, hmm,
Wow. So you took, I mean, how long of a leave at work? I
I
mean,
took
this is
30
crazy.
days.
You took 30 days off of work to
Yes,
focus on the chart, and you beat the challenge for the funded trading account. I mean,
yes,
for folks that are not understanding how hard this is, it's you got to do at least 5 consecutive days. It's you got to have to be X amount of risk management, Y amount of rewards. You have to make money. You have to not break your account. You have to very much trade according to a very tight risk management that
yep.
Bionox is. So you got this challenge during this 30 days. leave of
Mhm.
absence from work.
Yep.
And with this, if I'm recalling this correctly, you had the power to trade with $100,000 account. That is correct, right?
Mhm.
When was this when you passed it the first time?
Uh, when was so I went back to work 20th. So I passed it like early March. Yeah, early March of this year.
That was like 2 months ago.
Yeah.
So that whole thing took a whole year from March to March. You beat the real challenge. Wow. Then what happened? So now
Then
Chappelle is sitting at all of a sudden. I didn't have money. My goal is financial freedom. Now
yeah,
Chevelle 2 months ago was given six figures,
to trade with.
hundreds of thousands of dollars to trade with.
Yeah.
Like what the first $10,000 is yours, right? And then
Mhm. And then it's a
90%.
90% and
Yeah.
10.
And,
Yeah.
wow. Okay, so how did you do? Did you make a boatload of money?
I lost the account in 4 days.
You lost the account in
Uh-huh.
4 days.
Yep. 4 days.
It took you a full year to earn these certifications or privilege.
Hmm.
What? I mean, I know it's painful to talk about it. How did you lose it?
I had gone back to work and I was frustrated with work. And, it showed in my trading. Like when I went back and looked, I was just revenge trading. I increased my risk. I was taking, I wasn't taking more trades, but I was taking riskier trades. I wasn't waiting for the confirmations. Rather than doing what the market is telling me it's going to do, I'm like, the market needs to do what I tell it to do. So I was just blindsided by my anger and frustration with work. And I lost my account. And yeah,
Wow.
I was down in the dust again. I think I think that was my lowest. I was like, y'all didn't hear from me, nothing. I was ready to
You
quit.
were gone. You were
Yeah,
gone. Like
I was gone.
the
And
moment you came in and you showed me you earned this certification, I was
yeah,
so happy for you. I was like jumping up and down celebrating for you. And I
yeah,
remember a few days after that, Chevelle's gone. Chevelle didn't say
yeah.
anything.
I
Chevelle
say
didn't say
nothing.
goodbye. Chevelle's
No,
like,
yeah.
and and I was furious about this because I was a little worried. I was a
Mhm.
little like, I wonder if she's okay because now you know how professional athletes. I think we've talked about this. When you enter a league, NBA, NFL, whatever, you didn't think you could make it, and then you made it to the professional league, and then now
Yeah,
you earn the massive contract, and then you're given hundreds, and we're talking thousands, and we're talking millions of dollars here. Then they earned that big contract, and then 90% of them ended up what bankruptcy after their career is over,
right.
right?
Yep.
You blew this
That's how
account
I
in you blew this account in
that's
four
how I felt.
days.
Took me all this time of saying, "Oh, I'm not getting it," and then I finally get it, and 4 days, and I breached my account. I lost there's a certain amount you're not supposed to lose, and I 4 days and I lost it.
Okay. Took you 30 days, you finally earn it, leave of absence, lose it in 4 days, come back to work. How did, I mean, you probably, a little bit of frustrations.
Yeah, I was
You're,
frustrated, quit my job, everything.
you went back to work and you quit your job.
I went back to work, and the same week I went back to work, I lost my account. I lost my account. I was at work. They did something to upset me, and I quit.
So I think this is the story where how a lot of times when we talked about rock bottom
Yeah,
for me was the
I
moment
was there.
maybe 60% of my account. This is the very first account, by the way, years ago when I first started. Rock bottom for me was that moment. Rock bottom for you, Chevelle, was losing this account. Not only that, came back so frustrated, say goodbye to your job, like losing your work as well. What was going on in your mind at the time? I mean, My trading's not working out for me. My work, I'm saying goodbye to it. What's the main source of income now at that moment?
Yeah.
I mean, what was going through your mind?
I was I don't know, I was crying a lot and I didn't know what to think or what to say. I was just over. You know when you see it's like you're at the end line and right just before you get there, it's like, somebody comes in and they get there and you fall down just before you get there. That's how I felt. And I guess I had a pity party and I don't think y'all heard from me for like a week or two. And
Maybe
then
more than that.
yeah, I don't remember. It was a fuzzy time. And then I came to one of the happy hours
Yep.
and I don't know who called me. I think it was Hugh, one of my friends who called
And
on me
you
and
came on and you broke out crying.
yes. I
I
was like,
remember that
I didn't
moment.
want to talk because there's nothing happy right now.
You, I
Yeah.
know, I know the emotion were high, very, very high at that moment. I think this
Yeah.
was about a month and a half ago.
Hmm.
Um, you came on, we asked how you doing, and you were dead silence for a minute. Nothing
Hmm.
said, and then you all of a sudden teary eyes, and
Yeah.
then our brothers and sisters in the family care for you.
Yeah.
We love, we support, we reach out, and we pour our heart out. And at that moment, we realized something was majorly wrong. We knew there was a problem with you.
Hmm.
What would be the biggest lesson that you would give someone that just started trading right now, going through what you went through, Chevelle?
I would say take your time and learn this right. You know, I know a lot of times when trading is advertised, it's always about, oh, you're gonna make this much, you're gonna get this much, you're gonna, and that's a possibility, but how you get there is also important. And if you're not taking the time to learn the skill to do it right, even if you get there, like I said, I lost it in 4 days, you're gonna lose it again. You could have the money in the bank sitting down waiting for you to learn the skill. If you don't take the time to learn the skill right, you take the money out the bank, put it in a trading account, you lose all the money. Now you lost your money and you don't have the skill. So one thing I would say is take the time to learn the skill right. Doesn't matter how long it takes you. If it takes however long it takes you. When I was in high school, our motto was after the battle the reward. You got to go through the battle. It's not going to happen, and I can tell you it's not going to happen in 3 weeks or 3 months. You're going to have to do the time if you want to reap the benefits. So, you might just started or you if you rushed through the course and in a week you did all the classes, you didn't get it. You didn't understand it. If it took you a week to watch courses and you didn't get it, the market is going to chop you up. So take the time to learn this right and stay in sim until you get it.
And I think we can transition into, this is one of the most frequently asked questions from my brand new fellow members. Right? They
Mhm.
join and they go, Vu, how long does it take for me to fully get it? Let me ask you that. I know your
However,
process now, right? A year. And
however long it takes you. I
can you
still
put
ain't get it. I
can you
still need help.
can
I
you put a timestamp onto the process, Chevelle?
Well, for me, I'm still going through it right now. My process, I'm better than what I was, but I'm still not. What should I say? I'm still not where I would say I'm profitable. Like where I'm saying consistently profitable. I'm losing a lot less than I used to lose, and I am making profits, but I wouldn't say I'm there yet. So, and what I started last year, January, like really focusing on trading. And I put in a lot of hours. Like this was a full time second job and a lot of sleepless nights. I stopped watching television. I barely, hang out with my friends. Sometimes my husband was like, "I understand, it's what you want to do." So, I understand. And you just and like I spent a lot of time looking at charts, looking at candlestick, looking at courses, rewatching courses, trying to find my own self, my own like what kind of trader I want to be, trying this, trying that, and I still ain't got it. But don't I feel like you just start this thing. I mean, think about when you go to college, right? You have to go 4 years for a degree, and some degrees you have to go another few years. I'm a physical therapist. I went to undergrad for 4 years, and then I went to grad school for 3 years. That's 7 years. And then I had to take a test to show that I know what, I'm doing. So don't rush it. I mean, think about this as first, I feel like we need to think about it. Oh, this is just my side thing until your side thing becomes your main thing. Like, don't try to jump from this is my main thing right away. You have to build, and the more time you spend in the market, the more time you spend studying, the more time you spend just going over charts, things start coming together. Like at first, I didn't know what a morning star was or a doji and it would be on the chart and I would not see it. But now, the minute it comes up, I'm
Oh,
like, oh, there, that's that. That's a morning star right
now
there in the south zone.
now you're a professional. You're a technical
I
analyst.
was, I wouldn't
But
say
let
professional, but
let me go over the last step of your journey. Of course, Chevelle doesn't stop there. Of
no.
course, of course, losing the account, losing the job 2 months ago, where we are here right now, 2 months
Mhm.
after. What has happened since?
So
I mean, of course, you're not gonna give up. Giving
no,
up is
I
not part
mean,
of our nature
I'll,
here. So,
I'll set you
so,
straight and
so let
said,
me just ask this question straight up.
yeah,
When did you sign up for another challenge, and did you beat the second challenge?
I signed up like the next week for that.
Yeah, you sign up the next week. Okay,
Mhm.
all
And
right.
then,
So you pay the fee.
um,
Start this. Is it Bunox again?
yeah, because they
Okay.
had another.
You
It
ha-
the
did you
minute
get another
I
discount
lost
there?
it, they had another. Yes, they had another
Yeah,
70% off. I was
70%.
like,
Okay.
God is trying to tell me something here.
Yeah.
So
All right.
I signed up again,
How long
and
did it
then
take you to beat it the second time?
so the second time, within the 30 days, I was kind of on, I was working on I came to, I was like, I don't know what kind of trader I am. So I was working on like what kind of trader I wanted to be. So I didn't meet the target within the 30 days.
Right.
So so the next 30 days took me 5 days to pass. Hmm.
So what a journey, right? The second time, the first time, 4 days you lost. After you try so hard, you got lost, lose a job, come back, sign up, challenge again. First month didn't pass it. Second month, give another 30 days. You beat that in 5 days. Are you proud of yourself? And remember that moment when you came in and you're like, "Boo, I'm giving up here. I'm done with trading."
I don't
I
know.
said, Chevelle, you just one more trade away. Why are you going to give up right now? And look at what you did for yourself now. So, again,
Mhm.
let me repeat, just so that my audience doesn't know what the significance of what Chevelle did the second time here. She earned the privilege again, yet again, to be able to trade with someone else's money, another
Yep.
$100,000. First $10,000 is yours. After that,
Hmm.
90% is yours to keep, 10%
Yep.
going back. Have you broken the second privilege or certification? Or are you still holding on to it?
Oh yeah, I'm nursing this one.
You're nursing this one. Yeah. Yes. So
A baby.
so
Not happening again. I'm not losing another
did you
account.
trade today? Did you trade
Oh
today?
yeah.
How many point did you make today?
Uh, uh, 35 points, I think. Yeah.
God, 35 points? You
hmm
gotta be kidding.
Mm-mm.
How many
No.
contracts were that?
So one trade, the first trade was one contract, and then the second trade was two contracts for like a 3 point stop loss for a 10 point gain and a 20 point. So I did two contracts, 10 points, 20 points. Yeah.
Just so that my audience doesn't understand the significance of this. 20 points, that's $1,000 per one contract.
Contract. Hmm.
20 points for two contracts. That's a lot of money here.
Hmm. But I
Chevelle,
exited for profit at 10 points and then let it run.
so talk to me about this next step because you've gone through a lot. You're nursing this new second certification here.
Mm-hmm.
$100,000 you're able to trade with. A lot
Yep.
of times, a fellow traders come in and they go, "Vu, I don't have enough money to trade with. Vu, I have $2,000 in my account." When you take advantage of this 70% offer, how much did it take you to sign up for this challenge, Shabelle? I mean, $60.
Yeah, it was like $65.
And you're here telling me my students coming in and say $2,000, I don't have enough money. I mean, Chevelle's trading $65. That's all it takes her to do. And now she's trading with hundreds of thousands of dollars. And
Yeah.
how does it feel? And is money the problem? Or
I think, when you just start, like I said, it's all you focus on, like, oh, I'm gonna make this money, I'm gonna make this money. But at some point, I think the turning point for a lot of successful traders is I don't have the money, it's I don't have enough skill to trade this market. And when you get to that place where you're like, I need the skill, the money will come, you know? Um, I was there. I mean, you were there, You want to make this money. And that's when you make the mistakes cuz you're focused on I want to make this money. I want to make and now that I have my funding account, I am not, oh, I want to make this money. I'm like, I'm making my 8 if I make more than 8 points a day, that's golden. Once I make that money, I'm out. I'm not sitting there trying to make another trade. I'm not there like, oh, maybe I can jump in here or jump in. I don't care. The market could go 120 more points above what I got out at. I'm done. I'm not giving back another cent until the next day. So
what
until you
what is
learn,
what is so significant about this is you said it, skill is the ultimate problem here. Where
Mhm.
a lot of brand new traders don't realize you're just struggling with money, money, money. When I
Money.
first started, Chevelle, I had a money number in mind,
Yeah,
$500. I need to beat that in
yeah,
order to be leaving my job. So then I so focus on making $500 a day, where
right.
I have to make $500 a day. I have to do this in order to quit. And
Yeah,
I that money makes me pretty much become paralyzed. I was
right.
a victim of fear. I was a victim of greed. I was a victim of all kinds of toxicity when it comes to trading.
Yeah.
then
Yep.
then you prove to me, starting with $65 with the opportunity to earn $100,000 trading props account here, funded account, then now making this kind of gain per day on the market. Chevelle, what will you say to yourself tomorrow of what you've earned today? What will be the biggest take home message if you say, if I could start over, what would be the biggest take home? Would you change this journey one bit? What would you have done differently? And yeah, what is your biggest takeaway message here?
Well, if I could talk to myself a year ago, I would tell myself just learn the skill. Learn how to do this right, cuz so much of my heartache was because so much of me beating myself up was because I didn't learn the skill. I didn't have good risk management. Overall, I'm just an impulsive person. I'm not patient. I'm a go-getter. Like, oh, I want to do this. I need to get it done. I need to get it done now. And when it comes to the market will humble you. You might feel like, hey, I'm going to do this, but the market will be like, nope, we're not doing that today. So it's like you have to take a step back and be like, what is the market telling me today? When you come to the charts, you have to, you do your plan. And he said, what is the market telling me today? Oh, the market tell me it's going to go here. So then I need to do this. The market tell me it's going to go there. Then I need to do this. So it's not, oh, this is what I need the market to do. So go there. And then it's
That's that
like,
was you before. That was you before. You want the certain things, right? You thought
right,
you could move this market. You thought
right.
it has to go your way or no way. But
Right. And not
now,
until I watched Mark Douglas. I'm telling you, if y'all ain't read that book, Trading in the Zone, read it. And if you need to watch that 5 hour course from Mark Douglas on YouTube, it's free. Watch it. That man says, listen, your little one trade is not going to move the market like that.
mm-mm.
Okay. Just proper risk management. If you have the right risk management, then even if you take 4 trades and one of them is is a win, you still can be profitable. You just have to have the right risk management. And until you realize that the market's going to do what it wants to do, you'll forever not have any money. I mean, look, I don't have the money. I don't have $100,000 in my account, and I got the opportunity to trade $100,000, but because I didn't have the skill, it took me 4 days to lose it. So yeah, you don't have the money. You don't have the money. You don't have the money. But even if you get 500,000, a million, if you don't have the skill, guess what? The market is definitely going to take it
So
because
well said.
those
So
people
well said. That was
have
a
the skill.
perfect statement there. Yes, you can give a man that doesn't know how to fish or a woman that doesn't know how to fish hundreds of millions, not just thousands, right? And if they don't know how to control it, they don't know what to do with it, they don't know how to invest, they don't know how to grow it. Yes, market is going to humble these people. There, you're
Yeah,
going to eventually lose your money. So
yeah.
when you're focused so much on the money and not the skill, that was the biggest fallback in my journey. And I
Mind
believe
you,
you just said it for yourself too. So I think my job is done. Thank you so much for
not
sharing
yet.
your entire journey. Come on, and of course, you know, let me guess, that trade that you did this morning, was it the downside alongside with
Hmm.
me on the first one, and then
Yeah.
you ride it back up?
Hmm.
Ah, I knew it. How
Yeah.
how many points on the first trade, Chevelle?
Whatever you got. What
Ah,
was 5? I think I got 5. Yeah, 5 points down.
you took that 20-point move up.
Yep.
Wow. Thank you so much for making this happen. We're
Yeah.
forever grateful for your presence here.